Yes, there were members that were also from CNYIS. Yes, my name is Martin Carpenter. I was elected as a board of director by the broker shareholders of Central New York Information Services, and I've been appointed their 2014 president. I have a brief update to share with the members who are also CNYIS members. This isn't everything, but I'm going to talk about just 3 topics. So, the first item is to bring awareness to you is about Microsoft discontinuing the XP operating system. We're not responsible for Microsoft. Microsoft announced over 2 years ago that they would be no longer supporting the XP platform. On April 8th of this year, Microsoft stops providing security updates for their outdated system and browser. The XP operating system was introduced over 12 years ago, and boy, a lot has changed in the last 12 years. I've lost a few. Microsoft has released 4 newer systems since XP was first released. So please be aware that the internet-based products from any company that will be releasing may not be compatible with an outdated and unsupported system. I know my bank is no longer allowing me to access my banking site with an XP computer because it's outdated and it's not secure. While I'm not saying that you must use an XP computer to access the MLS, but please be aware in the near future that releases for most products may not be fully operable on an outdated operating system. I remember in 1992, Ron Potulsky, so if it certainly can date, stood up in front of a membership meeting and said, we were going to Stellar. Who remembers Stellar? Exactly. Where's Stellar? I want it back. It's a good system. But he stood there and said, you now can have a computer at your home and access to MLS. It was like, wow, it was great. And do not buy anything faster than a 1200 baud modem. I think I can talk faster than a 1200 baud modem, more than anything else. So things do change. And actually, recently, a national technology guru has even suggested that using an unsecure computer like Windows XP could be a violation of the NAR Code of Ethics if not properly securing sensitive customer information. So it's deeper than just the MLS. So start planning for the future today with your computers. The next item I want to make you aware of is the sharing of our MLS services that our neighboring association of realtor members. As you know, we currently share with Oswego, Cayuga, Cortland, and the Jefferson Lewis Association of Realtors. They maintain their local association, but they contract with CNYIS to provide their members with MLS products and services. It can be a cost savings and a pro-consumer benefit for their members when it is done. CNYIS was recently invited to the Ithaca, the Utica Rome, also known as Mohawk Valley, and the St. Lawrence Association of Realtors to present a similar proposal to them. Boy, that sounds great, Martin. It can be great, but what does it take to make this happen? Well, Faye, you and I were talking to begin with. You were called every name in the book in the early 2000s when I was president at that time for CNYIS, and Oswego was first to join. Has it been a problem? Has it been a benefit?
No,
absolutely.
It was just 3 years of living town. It was well worth it.
But it was well worth it. So what can you do to make this happen, Faye? If you operate in one of these market areas or border to the market areas, let the leadership know in each of those markets that you would like to see a change and sharing of information. It's only sharing. The last item I would like to update you on is about an upcoming change to the New York State Alliance of MLS's rules that we agreed to follow. This rule change is not effective until the MLS system is modified. You will be receiving an official notice when this new rule can be used. It may be in the 4th quarter of this year. So again, this is a beginning of the information. The new rule is for the new way to fully disclose if the listing is contingent upon another house selling first, allowing it to be left in the active status. However, the showing instructions must be modified, and in that system, you'll be selecting contingent upon sale of property instructions to fully disclose. As a reminder, the listing broker has the responsibility to disclose to the cooperating broker when the listing has an accepted, signed offer in place with any unresolved contingency. This new rule will allow the listing broker to properly disclose in an orderly way, and it will allow the cooperating broker to understand the restrictions on that listing prior to the showing of that property. And thank you.